My dear brothers and sisters, lean in close and hear me well. There are storms that rage, not of thunder and rain, but of shadows unseen. There are battles fought, not with sword or shield, but with the spirit trembling and weary. Oh, I know you have felt it. The weight that presses against your chest when no one is near. The doubt that creeps like a thief in the night, whispering that you are not enough. The fear that rattles your bones when all you want is peace. But let me tell you something, hear me. When I say this, you are not lost. You are not alone. You were not made to break beneath this weight. No, you were made of something stronger, something divine. So, stand tall. Open your heart. Let the light in. Because, my dear soul, the darkness there's to shine that, oh, hey, my dear soul, you must open your eyes. Not just the ones that see the sun rise and set, not just the ones that trace the path of moon across the night sky, but the ones that see beyond what is seen. Because the battle you fight is not of flesh and blood, not of hands and feet, but of spirit. And the first thing you must do is recognize that it is happening. There are times when the weight on your chest is not from this world, when the heaviness in your soul is not just a passing sorrow. There are times when you wake up tired though you have slept, when your dreams are restless, and your mind feels like it is trapped in a fog. You feel like you are walking through water slow and uncertain, carrying a burden you cannot name. Oh, I know that feeling, and I know you do too. It starts in whispers, soft as a breath against your ear. Doubt like a snake winding its way around your thoughts. You are not enough, it hisses. You are alone. And you start to believe it, don't you? Because the voice does not come like a stranger in the night, does not come loud and wild. It comes like your own reflection, like a familiar tune, like something you think has always been there. And that, my dear, is the trick of it. Then comes fear, creeping in through the cracks, making a home in your heart. Fear of tomorrow, fear of failure, fear that you will never be loved, never be seen, never be whole. It comes in quiet moments when you are still, when the noise of the world fades and you are left with only yourself. It comes in the dark corners of your thoughts, in the hollow spaces of your heart, and it feeds on everything good. It grows, stretching its roots deep, twisting around your joy, until it squeezes the life right out of it. Confusion follows, stumbling through your mind like a lost child. The things you were so sure of begin to unravel. The truths you held close start to slip away. You question your worth, your purpose, your place in this world. You used to stand firm, used to walk tall, but now your steps are uncertain, your path covered in mist. The things that once felt clear now feel distant, and you wonder if you have lost your way. And then exhaustion, the kind that does not leave you no matter how much you rest. The kind that sinks into your bones and makes the world feel heavy. You lose your fire, your spark. You feel drained as if something unseen is pulling from you, feeding off your strength. You try to push through, try to pretend you are fine, but deep down you know something is not right. You know that this is more than just being tired. This is weariness of the soul. Now listen to me, because this part is important. You must recognize the attack for what it is. You must call it by its name. Because as long as you think it is just a bad mood, just a rough patch, just another hard day, you will not fight it. You will let it settle in, make a home in you, and oh my dear, it was never meant to stay. You are under attack. And that means one thing, you are carrying something valuable. The enemy does not come for empty hands. The thief does not break into a house with nothing inside. No, my love, the darkness does not chase those who have nothing to give. It comes for those who have light. It comes for those who have purpose. It comes for those who are meant to rise. So do not sit in this. Do not let it become you. Do not let it make you forget who you are. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not alone. Lift your head. See this for what it is. And prepare yourself, because this battle is not over. Not yet. But hear me when I say this. It is a battle you can win. Your mind is a battlefield. It is where wars are won and lost long before the fight ever reaches your hands. It is the soil where seeds are planted, seeds of fear or seeds of faith, seeds of doubt or seeds of strength. And I tell you now, whatever you allow to take root in that soil will grow. Whatever you water will flourish. Whatever you give power to will rise up and shape the way you walk through this world. Oh my dear, there are forces that would love nothing more than make your mind their playground. They slip in through whispers, soft as a breeze, quiet enough that you don't notice, at least not at first. But over time, those whispers turn into voices, and those voices turn into change, wrapping themselves around your spirit, until you no longer know what is true and what is a lie. It begins so small, a single thought, just one. I'm not good enough, I'll never be free. No one really cares. It is just a passing moment of a fleeting shadow, and you think nothing of it. But oh, my love, a single spark is all it takes to start a fire. A single crack is all it takes to bring down a mountain. That thought comes again, and soon it is not just a visitor, it is a resident. It makes a home in you, settles into the corners of your mind, and before long you find yourself believing it. You stop trying because failure seems certain. You stop hoping because disappointment feels inevitable. You stop praying, stop dreaming, stop reaching for more because the voice in your mind has convinced you that more is not meant for you. And that, my dear, is exactly how the battle is lost. Not in a grand defeat, not in a sudden collapse, but in the slow, steady erosion of your spirit. But listen to me now. You have power over your mind. Oh yes, you do. You may not feel it yet, but it is there. And it is time to take back what has been stolen. Time to close the door on the voices that do not serve you. Time to reclaim the truth that was always yours. You must guard your mind as if it is the most precious thing you own, because it is. Be careful what you let in. Be mindful of the words you allow to settle in your spirit. When the voice of doubt rises, do not let it stay. When the whispers of fear come creeping in, do not give them room. You must be relentless in protecting your peace, ruthless in defending your joy. Do not entertain lies. Do not sit with thoughts that drain you. If something does not lift you, does not strengthen you, does not remind you of who you are, then it does not belong in your mind. You must become the gatekeeper of your own soul, standing firm against anything that tries to enter uninvited. And oh, my love, fill your mind with truth, with light, with power. Remind yourself daily, hourly, if you muster the strength that lives within you. Speak life over yourself, even when you do not feel it. Even when the words taste foreign on your tongue. Say them anyway. I am enough, I am powerful, I am worthy of love, of peace, of joy. And do not just say them, believe them. Let them take root, let them grow. Because the battle is not just about fighting the dark, it is about feeding the light. The more you fill your mind with truth, the less room there is for lies. The more you hold on to faith, the less grip fear has on you. The more you declare victory, the less power defeat has in your life. So stand guard, my dear. Be watchful, be wise, because your mind, it is not just a place where thoughts cross through. It is the foundation of everything you will become. And oh, my love, you were made for something greater than this battle. You were made to win. The spirit is a mighty thing. It bends, but it does not break. It wearies, but it does not wither. It carries wounds, but still it rises. Yet even the strongest spirit must be fed. Must be given the nerve needs to stand firm when the winds of trouble come. And oh, my dear, they do come. They come in waves, they come in whispers, they come in shouts that shake the very ground beneath you. There are days when you wake up feeling empty, as though something has been taken from you in the night. Days when the world feels too heavy, and your soul feels stretched thin, pulled in too many directions at once. You try to push through, try to smile, try to pretend that everything is fine. But deep down, you know that something is off, something is missing, your fire, your peace, your joy is slipping little by little until you wonder if it's ever really there at all. And then comes the silence. Oh, the silence. That deep, aching quiet that settles into your chest, making you feel alone even in a crowded room. You pray, but the words feel hollow. You reach, but nothing seems to answer. You search, but every road feels like a dead end. And you begin to wonder if you have been forgotten, if you have been left behind, if your spirit is too weak to keep going. But hear me now, because I need you to understand something. Your spirit is not gone. It is not broken beyond repair. It is not lost to the darkness. No, my love, your spirit is simply hungry, starving for the things that make it strong, starving for the light that gives it breath. And just as the body must eat, just as the hands must work, just as the heart must beat, the spirit must be fed. You cannot expect to fight battles on an empty soul. You cannot stand firm when the winds blow if your foundation is crumbling beneath you. You must nourish yourself, not just with food and rest, but with the things that set your spirit on fire. With prayer, with meditation, with stillness, with words that lift you up, with music that stirs something deep inside you, with moments of quiet where you let yourself be reminded of who you are. And oh my dear, the world will try to tell you that these things are not important. That there is no time to be still, no time to seek, no time to tend to your spirit. It will tell you to run, to rush, to drown yourself in distractions until you forget what you were even looking for. But do not listen. Do not let the world trick you into thinking that your spirit is something small, something secondary. Because the truth is, your spirit is the very thing that keeps you standing when everything else falls away. You must strengthen it. You must guard it. You must give it the space to breathe, the room to grow, the power to rise. Fill it with truth. Fill it with love. Fill it with faith so strong that when the storms come, when the nights stretch long and the battles rage fierce, you do not crumble. You do not bow to the weight of it all. You stand. You rise. You walk through the fire and come out unbroken, but brighter than before. Because, my dear, a well-fed spirit cannot be shaken. A spirit that is tended to, cared for, poured into, does not fall when the winds blow. It does not tremble when the shadows press in. It stands firm, it holds steady. It knows that even in the darkness, the light is never far away. So strengthen your spirit, feed it, protect it, because the battles will come. But if you are strong there, you are not a single force in this world that can bring you down. There are people, places, and things in this world that drain you. Oh, yes, they do. They pull at your spirit, little by little, taking more than they give, leaving you empty, leaving you weary, leaving you wondering why you feel so heavy. And sometimes you do not even notice it is happening. You carry their weight on your back, their words in your mind, their energy in your bones, and you think that the exhaustion is your own. But listen to me now, because this is something you must understand. You were not made to be anybody's dumping ground. You were not made to carry burdens that do not belong to you. You were not made to be a well for people who only take, never pouring back, never replenishing, never bringing the same kindness you so freely. Oh, my dear, there are forces in this world that thrive on your exhaustion. There are people who take your kindness and twist it, who take your love and misuse it, who take your presence for granted, expecting you to be there. To listen, to hold them up by offering you nothing in return. And I know you have a good heart. You want to be there. You want to help. You want to pour out everything you have, thinking that maybe, just maybe, if you give enough, they will see you, appreciate you, love you the way you deserve to be loved. But love is not meant to drain you. It is not meant to leave you tired, hollow, feeling like a stranger to yourself. Love, true love, real love should strengthen you. It should build you up, should fill you with joy, it should remind you of who you are, not make you forget. And it is not just people. Oh no, there are places that strip you of your peace. There are environments that press against your spirit, that suffocate your light. There are spaces you walk into that make you feel small, unseen, out of place. You sit in those rooms, you stand in those crowds, and something inside you whispers, you do not belong here. And you try to ignore it, try to fit yourself into spaces that were never meant for you, try to quiet the voice that is telling you to go. But my love, you must learn to listen. Your spirit knows. It knows when something is not right. It knows when a place is stealing more than it is giving. It knows when the energy around you is not feeding you but draining you. And the longer you stay, the longer you force yourself to endure what was never meant for you, the more you lose yourself. And then there are habits, routine cycles that you repeat over and over and over, never questioning, never wondering if they're pulling you down. You scroll through endless noise, filling your mind with things that do not serve you. You let distractions keep you from your purpose. You surround yourself with negativity, with gossip, with words that do nothing but plant seeds of doubt and fear. And then you wonder why your spirit feels heavy, why your joy feels distant, why you wake up each day feeling just as tired as you were before you closed your eyes. Oh, my dear, you must protect your energy. You must learn to walk away from anything that does not serve you, anything that does not honor the light inside you. You must recognize when something is pulling you down instead of lifting you up. And you must be brave enough to let it go. And I know it is not always easy. Sometimes the things that drain you are the things you have held on to for so long. Sometimes the people who exhaust you are the people you love. Sometimes the places that steal your joy are the places you have called home. And it is hard, so hard to walk away. But hear me now, your peace is worth more than their comfort. Your spirit is worth more than their approval. Your energy is worth more than the fear of change. If something is stealing your light, if something is making you feel less than who you are meant to be, then you must be willing to release it. You must be willing to say, I choose me. And oh my love, that is not selfish. That is survival. So stand firm. Protect your energy. Guard your peace. Because when you do, when you let go of what is draining you, you will find that your spirit is lighter, is clearer, and your heart is finally free to beat to the rhythm of joy. Words have power. Oh my dear, they have more power than you know. They shape the way you see yourself, the way you move through this world, the way you fight, the way you rise. And the words you speak over yourself, the ones you let rest on your tongue and settle in your spirit, they will either build you up or tear you down. So many people walk through life in prison not by walls, not by chains, but by the words they have spoken over themselves. They say, I am not good enough. And so they live as though they are not. They say, I will never be free. And so they never even try to break loose. They say, I am too broken, too lost, too weak. And so they live in pieces, never realizing they have had the power to be whole all along. But you must not do this to yourself. You must not be the one who locks your own doors, who dims your own light, who places shackles on your own hand. You must not let words of defeat fall from your lips and take root in your soul. Because the moment you speak them, the moment you believe them, they begin to shape your reality. Oh, but when you speak life, when you declare strength, when you remind yourself of who you are, even when you don't feel it, even when the weight of the world is pressing heavy on your shoulders, something begins to shift. Something begins to rise up in you, something that was always there, waiting, ready, eager to be called upon. So when the battle rages, when the shadows press in, when the doubt comes knocking, you do not bow your head, you do not lower your voice. No, my love, you lift it. You speak with authority. You say, I am strong. Say it again. I am strong. And say it again and again and again and again until your spirit believes it, until your feet remember how to stand, until your soul refuses to be moved. Because the enemy of your soul wants nothing more than for you to forget your power. It wants you silent, wants you small, wants you to surrender before the fight has even begun. But you do not belong to defeat. You do not belong to weakness. You do not belong to the shadows that try to claim you. You belong to life, to strength, to victory. And victory begins with the words you choose. Speak to your weary bones and tell them to rise. Speak to your heavy heart and tell it to hope. Speak to your spirit and tell it that you will not fall. Tell it that you will not be shaken. Tell it that no matter how dark the night, no matter how fierce the storm, no matter how long the road, you will make it through. You will stand. You will overcome. And do not just speak these things in the quiet when you are alone, when no one is listening. Speak them boldly. Speak them in the face of fear. Speak them when the world tells you otherwise. Speak them when the voices of doubt try to drown you out. Speak them even when your hands tremble and your knees feel weak. Because there is power in your voice and there is power in your belief. And if the world has tried to teach you anything else, if it has tried to tell you that you are small, that you are unworthy, that you are anything less than powerful, you must unlearn it. You must reject it. You must throw it from your spirit like dust shaken from your feet. And you must replace it with the truth. And the truth is this: you are enough. You are strong. You are capable. You are victorious. So guard your words and use them wisely. Do not speak curses over yourself and expect to walk in blessing. Do not let the language of defeat leave your lips and expect to win the fight. Choose life. Choose power. Choose to declare strength even when you feel weak, because the words you speak today will shape the life you live tomorrow. And oh, my dear, let your voice be loud. Let it shake the walls of every doubt that has ever tried to hold you back. Let it call forth the warrior that has been waiting inside you all along. Let it remind the world, remind the battle, remind yourself you were made to win. There comes a time when you must rise. A time when you can no longer sit in the shadows, no longer shrink beneath the weight of what tried to break you. A time when you must plant your feet, lift your head, square your shoulders, and say, enough. Enough of doubt. Enough of the fear. Enough of the voices telling you that you are not strong enough, not worthy enough, not meant for something greater. You see, there are battles that will not be won by waiting. There are victories that will not come to those who remain silent, still hesitant in the face of struggle. There are moments in life where you must decide, will I fight or will I fall? Will I press forward, or will I let the weight of this world keep me down? Will I believe in the power that has been placed inside of me, or will I let the darkness convince me that I am powerless? Oh, my dear, hear me now. You were never meant to stay down. You were never meant to live a life of survival alone, of just barely making it, of crawling through each day hoping to catch a breath. You were meant to walk in strength. You were meant to stand tall. You were meant to rise, to claim the victory that has always had your name on it, to step into the fullness of who you are without fear, without hesitation, without apology. But rising is a choice. It does not happen by accident. It is not something that finds you in the comfort of your despair. No, my love, you must choose it. You must choose to get up even when you are tired. You must choose to keep going even when the road is long. You must choose to believe in the light even when all you see is darkness. Because the battle may rage, but if you refuse to stay down, if you refuse to let go of the fight, then nothing can keep you from the victory that is meant for you. And I know it is not easy. It is not easy to rise when the weight of the world is pressing down on your shoulders. It is not easy to fight when everything in you is weary from the struggle. It is not easy to believe when disappointment has knocked at your door more times than you care to count. But I will tell you this: staying down is harder. Letting fear win is harder. Living beneath your purpose, beneath your calling, beneath the power you were born with, that, my dear, is the heaviest burden of all. So you must rise. Not just once, not just today, but every day. Every time the enemy whispers that you cannot, you must rise and say, watch me. Every time the past tries to remind you of who you used to be, you must rise and declare, that is not my name anymore. Every time fear grips your heart, every time failure tries to mock you, every time life gives you reason to rise again and again and again, until standing is no longer a question but a promise written in your very bones. And do not think you must do it alone. Oh no, my love, you were never meant to walk this road alone. There is strength in the ones who walk beside you, in the hands that hold you up when you feel weak, in the voices that remind you of who you are when you forget. Surround yourself with those who speak life into you, with those who fan your flame instead of trying to put it out. Hold tight to the ones who see your strength even when you cannot see it for yourself, who remind you to keep going, who remind you that rising is not a one-time event but a way of life. And when you do rise, do not forget to reach back. Do not forget the ones still in the trenches, still fighting to stand, still searching for the strength to believe. Lift them. Encourage them. Speak life over them just as you have spoken it over yourself. Because when you rise, you do not rise for yourself alone. No, my dear, you rise for the ones who will come after you, for the ones who will see you standing and find the courage to stand as well. So rise. Rise with power. Rise with purpose. Rise knowing that the battle may not be over, but neither is your strength. And no matter how many times life tries to push you down, no matter how many times fear tries to hold you back, no matter how many times you stumble, you will rise again.